Welcome back everybody to the Bread Animation YouTube channel. Today is the first episode of our new series, which is going to be a single Pokemon challenge. We're going to play this with similar to hardcore Nuzlocke rules, so no healing in battle, you have to catch the first Pokemon on each route. But because it's going to be a single Pokemon challenge, you can obviously only use a single Pokemon at a time. Now, I don't know how normal people do this challenge, but the way I'm thinking about doing this is I can obviously have multiple Pokemon in my party, but the second I switch Pokemon out of battle, they're done for. They have to be boxed after the battle and I can't go back into them, so it's as if they fainted. So similar to Nuzlocke rules, then obviously they would be put into the box and then never to be used again. Now, the other thing I'm thinking about is the type of leveling that I can do, and I think I'm going to go off the similar route of like what you see with some of the Kaizo Ironmon, where you can level up as much as you need, but it has to be done within the battling of different trainers on the routes. So the way I'm going to do this is obviously the Pokemon I'm using at any given time, I can use that as much as possible with playing any trainers on the route, level them up over the level cap of any sort of gyms, but I am still going to be using the rare candy cheats just to bring my other Pokemon up to that level. That way when I switch in and then box that one that I previously used, then that one would be up to level. That'll just save me time in terms of, you know, leveling up everything else. I don't know if that's going to be too easy. To be frank, I haven't looked up what other people do for like a single Pokemon challenge, so I'm gonna at least start with this one, and if it's just too terribly easy, I don't know, maybe I call it quits in the middle of the run or do whatever, but I think it's gonna be a little bit difficult just because anytime I change, I'm not gonna be able to ever use that Pokemon again. Now, some of the other cheats we have, and these are more set up in terms of the randomizer in the actual game that we're using. Trait evolutions are turned off, which is pretty standard for me, so I could get like a Alakazam, a Gengar, anything like that. The catch rate is turned up, so everything is going to be easier to catch. That's just because, again, I'm going after the challenge here and not trying to catch Pokemon. The other major thing that I changed was full HM compatibility. This is just going to make it easier for me to move around. Obviously, if I teach a Pokemon an HM move, I'm going to have to make sure that it knows it, so I can't teach, I don't know, like Tentacruel Fly or anything like that for battles, but I could teach it Surf just to, you know, obviously because that's a move you can learn. And then finally, the two other things are running shoes indoors and then the national dex to start. So that's going to be the setup for this run through. I'm really excited for this challenge. If you guys are as well, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and pick our starter here. All right, now I've been thinking a bit about what I want to do here, and I think, because this one's Charmander, right? Yeah. I think because this is going to be single, I have to go with Ivysaur here. Squirtle doesn't really make sense because there's so many different water Pokemon that you end up getting. But with just the first two gyms, I think you have to go Bulbasaur here. So let's take it. Ooh, I had not even thought about these. Let's call him Flower. Was not prepared with a theme this season. I think we just fight him, right? Yeah. Forgot that there's all of this stuff in here. Let's tackle. One thing I'm going to need to figure out is, because I'm going to stick with the, like, you know, Kaizo Ironmon, like, you can over level, but it has to be from trainers. I'm going to have to figure out the best way to to show those battles. I don't know if I will necessarily show them all. I'm gonna lose this. Obviously this doesn't count until I start getting Pokeballs, but like this might. Okay, there we go. But I'm gonna have to figure it out because I don't know if like speeding through is necessarily the right way or if I just cut them. Like they're pretty uneventful, I guess. I don't know. Well, I'll have to see what I want to do. And does he heal me? He does. And then do they yell at me? No, they don't. For some reason I did. Alright, now when do I get running shoes? Can I go and get those now? Or do I need to wait until I come back? Might need to be when I come back. Yeah, it's obviously when I come back. And the other thing we're gonna have to do once we get up past Pallet Town is figure out the cheats again. As I mentioned, I am gonna be doing the rare candy cheat that obviously just helps me speed things up and get further along. And I'll run here. But it also gives me essentially unlimited money, which is the real key. I think I can just go straight. All right, is there anything over here? This is what I don't remember. It's like a potion, right? Yep. And I think I just have to go in the mart here. It is so slow. There we go. All right. Now let's go back. Let's get our Pokeballs. And then I don't think it's got to be after then. Maybe it's after the next rival battle. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess, at this point. Now, obviously the run has totally started here. So we'll see what we get. Alright, it's the Rattata. Do we tackle? Okay, perfect. I wonder if we just start throwing. A reminder that I did increase the catch rate because the goal, I know we've done this in previous episodes as well, but, or challenges if you will, the goal is not to try to catch things, but rather to get through. So I tried to make that easy on me. Sweet, so we got Mouse now. And I don't think we're gonna have any. Thinking about this, I don't know if we'll have any sort of battles before we're gonna run into to Blue again, which actually is not good. because I actually didn't really realize that, because he's going to be at level, oh gosh, at level 9? Which means, like, we won't have a chance to necessarily, like, over-level, if you will. So I might have to lose my first Pokemon, like, right off the bat. I think that's gonna be how it's gonna work. Because I'll have my Rattata, I get Rattata up to level 9, and then I'll potentially have, you know, the Route 22 encounter as well. But obviously we won't, like, I don't know what we can do. But first things first, I need to go ahead and put in the cheats, if you will, to get unlimited rare candies. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll cut back in when that's done. And I did just go ahead and get all those rare candies. So first thing, let's go and actually sell some of them over here, because we're going to need to get some money, and then I also need to go get some, like, you know, paralyzed healed potions, stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then I will cut back in when that's done. Sweet, so just finish that up, and like I said, can I even go out here yet? I don't know if I'm able to. Oh wait, no, shoot, this is the, like, actual challenge one. We should go ahead and try and catch something here, though. Okay, the Mankey. I'm good with that. Oh, there's my Pokeballs. Okay, there we go. And let's call this thing... Oh, it's the Pig Pokemon? It's called Pig then. Didn't realize that. Alright, so that's Pig. So we got Pig there. Oh wait, this was Route 2, right? Is that what that was? Route 22. You know what? I might be thinking of something... I might be thinking of something else. I don't remember. What's going on here? Okay, we obviously don't need to do this, so I'll skip through this. Alright, sweet. And I realized that you get your running shoes on Route 3 from up here, so we actually will get it, I think, after this first gem. And I was definitely incorrect in my assessment. I don't think you have to actually play or fight Blue at that point, or your rival. Okay, so we obviously have the Rattata. So I'll cut back in once we run into something. Okay, and perfect, it's the Pidgey. Nice. The catching is going to be so boring in this just because it's the tiny Pokemon. Interesting. Let's call it Tiny then. Sweet. So, the Viridian Forest. This is where we're going to start actually fighting all these trainers, because I think it is definitely going to help. Let me quickly look to see if there's anything I need in here. No, there's really nothing. So we're just going to go through and face these trainers, and then obviously run into any sort of Pokemon here. Okay, so that's just that. Shoot, so he's already at level 6. I'm just gonna need to be careful, because of course I can't. That did a lot of damage. Oh no. How did it miss? This is going not good. And I obviously can't switch. Like, that's the thing. Okay, I don't know why you introduced speed one more time. Okay, so these guys are 77. Or 7. Okay, so more of this. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna need to figure out how we want to do these battles. I might just speed through this entire thing and just play like the music in the background for this, because this is gonna be part of this you know, of this series that is a little different than most of my other series, just because I try to, you know, avoid them when possible. Oh gosh, and I forgot there's all that as well. So I think what we'll probably do here is I will just speed through the rest of this, and then we will just okay, and they're at level 7. So I need to like rare candy a bit. Does that like defeat the purpose of it? Potentially. I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, so we did just get through the Viridian Forest. I'm sure everyone saw. Obviously, Flower leveled up quite a bit. We had a couple close calls in there, but we made our way all the way through. So now we're in, obviously, Pewter City. So let's heal up quickly. And I think we can go ahead and just take on the first gym, to be honest. I think that's really the only... Oh, wait, no. Don't we have to go to the science? Yeah, we have to go to the science first. Or the like, museum. So we can go ahead and do that. I think... I mean, we should be okay. I don't know what... I don't think in this game you can see... Wait, first we should see if there's anything else we can buy here. I don't think there is... Okay, you can still get Awakening. Let's get some of that. Oh, and finally we can get repels. Okay, nice. Probably don't need that many escape ropes, but... Definitely want some repels there. Nice. And they're upstairs, right? Is it this guy? No. Wait. Maybe I'm misremembering things. Am I going crazy here? Do you have to do something in here? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, in which case that would mean I just need to take on the gym then. All right. Now, obviously the Pewter City gym, Brock is at level 14. Oh man, which I don't think I'm gonna get to 14 here, so this might have to be... We'll see what we can do with this guy. However, even if I don't get to 14, well, I'll level up to 14 if that's like the case. But we'll see what I guess we do here with these two. This should give me a decent, like, amount up, I would imagine. I don't think it'll get me past 14 though. Just not enough like trainers that you can face between then. Sand Shrew. Yeah. Okay, no. So I will need to do a single rare candy. And let's go back just in case they do something weird to me. I'd want to make sure I have all the things up. The other thing I should do is obviously make sure I level up my other Pokemon just to get me, in case I have to switch out and then like miss anything like that. Right now, that's part of the challenge where if I get, like, obviously I can't switch, but I would be able to, like use any of these other Pokemon. But of course, once I switch in, then I'm there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything up to level 14, and then I'll come back in. And here's our team all leveled up. Again, I cannot switch out a Flower, and if I do, I automatically have to box him. So this is purely just to make sure that I'm not totally, I don't know, like in trouble. Like once if I do have to switch out and I just have all these underlevel Pokemon, if, you know, maybe if this just becomes so easy because I just have like all these leveled up one-use Pokemons, then I can maybe stop the challenge. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But regardless, at this point, we are still, you know, exactly at the level cap here. And Flower, this should be easy, assuming Vine Whip like hits on all of these, but I think we just have to go for it. I mean, I can't over level unless I have trainers to fight, if that makes sense. So this is as good as it's gonna get. Of course, these first two gyms, they hopefully should be easy. Hopefully. And then after that, Flower might quickly become a thing of the past. But obviously with Call to Weaknesses, Flower really just crushes these first two gyms, so that was pretty easy. Ooh, Poison Powder. Yes, I definitely want to learn Poison Powder. Let's take Growl away. Sleep Powder is always tough for me because I think I'd rather have Poison. Like, if we're talking purely battle, I think Poison's better. I don't want to get rid of Tackle at this point because I need it for coverage, if you will. And Leech Seed is obviously perfect to do anything else. I think I skip Sleep Powder for now. Perfect. Nice. So let's go get our running shoes, and then I think we'll go ahead and call it quits after that. This is obviously a great stopping point for Fire Red and Leaf Green. And then next time we will make our way through, is it Mount Moon? Yeah, Mount Moon. Route 3, trainers, obviously Mount Moon. And then Route 4, and then I think we should have... Oh wait, no, we'll probably have the bridge coming up in the next episode, and then potentially Misty. Although I don't think usually I'm able to do both all at once. Sweet. So running shoes. Okay, I know how to do this. Alright, so running shoes will get us back here, and I think I mentioned it in the intro as well. I should have running shoes indoors, so this should let me run. Yeah, nice. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and call it quits there. This was episode 1 of our Pokemon Fire Red single Pokemon hardcore Nuzlocke playthrough. I always pick these challenges that have super long names. But if you guys have enjoyed the series so far, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And next time we will make our way over through Route 3, through Route Moon, and through Route 4, and then potentially starting up that bridge there in, what is it, Cruelian City, I think it is. And yeah, and then we'll have Misty coming up in the next few episodes. So please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see everybody in episode 2.